Hi guys and welcome. Today I thought we'd make some stuck bracelets. So I had some beads left over from some tassel necklaces I made for a lady. They're still on my desk, so I thought beautiful colours, go well together. So I thought I'd make a couple of stuck bracelets and show you how easy it is. They're just stretch cords. So the cord I actually like to use is the bead along. This one's a 0.8 mil. And the bead sizes that I'm working with today, they're an 8 mil. So to make a 7 to 7.5 inch bracelet, which is a fairly standard size, you need about 22 to 23 beads. So I've got them all ready to go today. So let's get started. So with the cord, to make a 7 inch to 7.5 inch bracelet, I like to cut a 12-inch piece of cord. So I'm just using my glass mat here to measure that. So what I'll do, making 4 bracelets today, I'll do the 4 strands while I'm at it, which is super easy once you measure out the first one, because the rest are just the same. If you're using a bigger bead or a heavier bead, you might want to go to the 1 mil stretch cord, or if you're working with the glass beads that have got a really small hole, you can go to the 0.5 one. But if you go with a fairly good brand stretch cord, then you can't go wrong. So with your bracelets, with your cord, you should always stretch it first before you put your beads on, because if you don't, over a period of time, your bracelet will get some stretch in it and it'll become quite loose. So it's best to just give it a pre-stretch. Don't have to pull it too hard. You can actually feel it stretching. I have had them break on me before when I've been a little bit too robust with it. Lovely. Okay, let's make the first one. So I like to use a bulldog clip. You can get some round wire or cord stoppers, but I find a bulldog clip, even one like this, it's just to stop the beads falling off the end when you're threading them at the other end. If you pull it up, it's not going to go anywhere because it's got something on the end of it. All right, so we might do the Obsidian bracelet first. So this is a beautiful bead. It's black and grey and it's called Obsidian. Black beads can be difficult to work with depending on how good your eyes are, but when they're a bit patterned like this, they are a little bit harder to find where the hole is, but it's such a beautiful bead. Let me just thread them through. Beauty of the stretch cord is it's just basically tying a knot, but I'll show you there's a little bit of a trick to it, so the knot won't come undone. And I always, on top of the knot, always put a dab of glue on there as well, just for that extra security. Because as you know, if they break, it's going to be at the most inconvenient time, or it's going to be at a place, you know, you might be out for dinner or shopping or something like that and catch it on it and it pulls and beads fly everywhere. And these stretch bracelets, they are the most comfortable bracelets to wear, but apart from that, they are the most easy to get on and off rather than having to do up a clasp. And I always like to wear 3 or 4 together, so stack them and you can vary your colours. So like I said, I had a lady order 5 tassel necklaces for Christmas presents, a couple for herself, and with these beads left over, I'm going to make the bracelets and throw them in just as a little extra. So a good way to, before you tie it, if you want to measure it, you can, if you know your own size, you can put it on like that and know that it's a good fit. I will then take the clip off. Now you tie it the same as if you're tying your shoelaces, so over one, and then pull it, not too tight but firm enough where the beads meet together, and then with the second one again through the once and then over and through the second time, and I'll show you again on the next bracelet. Just tug on it to pull it firmly, and then get your beads and pull the other way, so you've pulled it in both directions to make sure that it's secure. Now I take some beading glue. I actually like the E6000. I hold the beads out with my 2 fingers, and I just put a bit of dab of glue on the knot there itself. And then I will snip the 2 ends off, not too close to the knot. And then what I do is I try and tease it through one of the beads to hide the knot. So you'll feel a little bit of a clunk, which means the knot's now in the middle of that bead. So it's nice and hidden. So that's that one done. All right, let's do this beautiful Taiwan Jade one next. I just love these olive greens together with naturals or browns. They go well with blacks. So just threading them through like I said. It's actually really relaxing just sitting and threading beads. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Spring is definitely on its way. The birds are out. Wildlife seems to be more active. Let's put it that way. So still nice, fresh, crisp mornings here, but the days are actually warming up. But they do say that it's going to be a long, dry, hot summer, so I hope not. They're never pleasant because we usually, you know, I'm here in Australia, we usually have bushfires in those types of seasons, so I hope not, because we had some really bad ones here a few years back and never ever want to see that again. I normally work off, you'll see off to the side there, the blue, it's a blue felt beading mat. Just for the purposes of the video, I'm just working on some white cardstock. So if you do drop a bead, it does run somewhere, whereas on the mat, it stays in place. You can also use beading boards as well. That mat, from what I can remember, is also a bead along, and you get 3 different colors, or it might be 2 different colors, a tan and a blue in the same pack. So I've tied it once, I'm going to loop it over once, then loop it over again, so you can see there that it's a double wrap. And then so you're pulling it that way, then you're getting those 2 beads and you're pulling it that way. It just really makes the knot secure. And then a dab of glue, so you pull your beads out and a dab of glue on there. Takes a bit to master pulling the beads out and using your fingers like that, but once you've got it down pat, process is fairly easy. take it fairly easy when you do this step to tease the knot through, because I have had the strands break on me in the past. That's got it. Which is okay, I mean, but the beads do fly everywhere, so you find yourself having to pick them up, and then you have to obviously go through the process to re-thread everything. So clasps on the end so your beads don't run away on you. This next bead that I'm going to do, I just love this bead. I've got it in all different sizes, the 10 mil, this is the 8 mil, the 6 mil. It's natural fossil. So it's a really nice beigey colour, and it just goes with absolutely everything. So as you can see, the process is fairly repetitive, but it's a good way to, you know, put some music on. You don't really have to think. It's only a little bit more, a few more steps in when you get to tying the knot, because that's where you want to take the time to make sure that it's secure. You can have focal beads and everything on these bracelets. There's so much you can do with them. You can combine beads together, different colors. You can go half one color, half on one side and the other half another color. They look really great too. This is also something you can do while you're watching TV or YouTube, is just sit and thread beads. So you could thread a few bracelets and then tie them all together at the end, where you're just tying the knot, tying the knot, tying the knot. That way you've only got the lid off the glue once. So you could clasp off both strands like that and then put them to the side. So you do all your bracelets first and then you come back to them to do your tying and your gluing. So round through once, just like tying your shoelaces, as you can see. Then pull it till your beads meet, and then go through again, the same step, but then through again a second time. And you pull it quite quick. So you're stretching it out that way, and then you're stretching it that way. And then double glue on there. Which I'm getting all over my hands. And then we're going to tie the tails, or cut the tails off. And then we're going to tease that knot through a bead. That one went through quite easily. So you're hiding it. You haven't got any, you know, a knot and glue in between the beads. Looking at that, you don't know where it starts and you don't know where it ends. Okay, so we've got one more to go. This is a beautiful black stripe agate. It's a really stunning bead because you just get different tones and colors throughout it, rather than it being just a standard black bead. And I will show you. You can see there's some beautiful stripes, and that one there, look at that one. It's just nearly perfect all the way around. Just gives you a, just breaks up the black a little bit. And you could also team it with, you could pick the colours out of the bead and team it with those colours as well. Or even just a plain black bracelet and wear the two together. Would feature the stripe even more, really, if you did that. And what I'm trying to do here is, you know, some have got more like white or pearl on them, so I'm trying to mix it up a little bit where you don't have those bigger, whiter beads together, so it will even out your bracelet a bit, and as well as featuring each bead on its own, so you can sort of see that how I'm stretching it out a little bit. So that does take a little bit more time to do that. It's sort of creating a pattern in a sense. But they are just a beautiful, absolutely beautiful bead. Now these beads are semi-precious gemstones. I also do like to work with acrylic beads. I find them really fun, and they're lightweight too. So if you're making earrings or a necklace, I find with the ladies as they get older, they don't like a lot of weight around their neck, so they tend to go more towards your lightweight acrylic beads. Nearly there. Hopefully you've got some inspiration out of today, even at the very least just on the colors or the tones, learning about different types of beads, what goes with what, and especially the most important part of a stretch bracelet is how to tie off your knot. I know some people do it a little bit different, but over the years of wearing these myself and making them for people, I've found that that is the most secure way to ensure that they don't break. Finding the hole on that one's a little bit more difficult. Take your clip off. I'll just get my lid off my glue ready to go. As with all the others, so through like you're tying your shoelaces, bring the beads until they meet together, pulling it just a bit firm, putting your loop through twice so you get like your double, and pulling it quickly, pulling it firmly out that way to stretch the knot that way, and then the beads out that way to stretch the knot that way, pulling the beads apart and holding them in your fingers, and putting a dab of jewelry glue on there. Then cutting off your tails, not overly close. You can leave, you can see I've left a little bit there, and then you tease it through your bead. Got a feeling this one might break, no? Yep, and you can feel it when it goes through, and you know it's in the middle, you can actually feel a little pop. Isn't that beautiful? Okay guys, so let's bring them in together. This one here I made just prior to the video, and it's done with the Taiwan Jade as well, but I've done it in a 6mm and an 8mm because I didn't have quite enough of the 8mm, so I've put the 6mm in between just to show you that you can get a different effect with your beads as well. So use what you've got. But absolutely love these colors together. You can wear them as a stack. You can just wear 3 together, entirely up to you. You can go just those together. You can go those together. Just absolutely stunning. So have a go at them, guys. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to give me a comment below, and I look forward to catching up with you on the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.